Hey guys, welcome back to Bat 32's Saturday edition of Asshat Podcast. And this afternoon we're going to be talking about Secrets of Sinister House, issue 11. And this was put out by DC. The series began as Sinister House of Secret Love, which featured gothic romance horror stories written by Michael Fleischer. The title changed to Secrets of Sinister House in the original formats, and romance angle were abandoned the following issue. So let's open it up here, and I love this page here, and it says, "Welcome, kiddies. Welcome to Sinister House. He, he. I warn you, if you scare easy, don't buy this book." And it was hosted by Eve. The character debuted, and there's Eve right there. The character debuted in issue 6 and included guest appearances by Eve's cousins, Cain and Abel. In issue number 16, Eve was removed as host as editor Joe Orlando departed from the title, replaced by Jack C. Harris. And he wanted to focus on the concept of the sinister houses. The following month, Eve began nudging Destiny out of weird mystery tales. So we're going to do a little flip through here in our first story, The Monster of Death Island. I just love this artwork here. An art by Rubini. I'm not really familiar with that artist. Maybe Newt knows him. I'm guessing he was probably a regular on these DC horror comics, or maybe just DC in general. But yeah, this is probably, and you've got Eve up there. This artwork, this is what I remember of the 70s comics the most. Stuff like this. And then, you could see, this is kind of some of the artwork that you'd see in some of like the romance. Look at her bust there. Oh yeah. Loving it. Yeah, these are just great little horror stories. And then he fights this monster here. So, Sinister House was canceled after publishing 14 issues in 2 years. Together, Sinister House of Secret Love and Secrets of Sinister House published 18 issues. It ran from July of 1972 to July of 1974. Yeah, and then we get another story, a war story here, The Enemy. So getting back to the cover, I didn't really mention who the cover artist was. The cover was drawn by Jack Sparling, and from the 1950s to the 1970s, Sparling provided art for a variety of publishers, including Harvey Comics. I'll just flip back here. Charlton Comics on such adaptations of The $6 Million Man and The Bionic Woman. Sparling also worked for Classics Illustrated, drawing adaptations of Robin Hood and Mark Twain's Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court. Editor Joe Orlando began a new direction for DC's House of Mystery series with issue number 175, and that was July-August 1968. And the series host Cain was created by Sparling and Orlando with writer Bob Haney. Sparling worked with writer Dennis O'Neil on The Witching Hour and The Challenges of the Unknown. And Jack also did the Adam 12 comic book. And he also did the Welcome Back Kotter comic book. And I have one of the Adam 12 comics. I'm always searching for those. I love Adam 12, the TV show. And I love the comics. They're just as good as the TV show, in my opinion. We get some more great artwork. I'm sorry I don't know all the artists in this. I should have probably taken a second to look up everybody that had worked on this particular book. But yeah, I mean, there's just some great artwork in here. DC's horror titles always had great artists, great artwork, great stories. I love the coloring on those 3 panels there. And this one is great. We get that. And it says, next issue on sale on or about April 12th. And I think this issue was from April here, so I don't know if they put out two issues a month or what, because we've got April. So I'm not really sure how the series ran, but yeah, that was Secrets of Sinister House. I hope you guys enjoyed this little thing. I hope I didn't ramble too much. This one goes for, I've seen it on eBay for like $4. This is like a reader copy. It's got a little chip there and some chipping going on up there and some chipping here. I think I got this for like $0.25. I was in the habit in Nashville when I lived there for 4 years of trying to save every comic I ran across if it was cheap enough to save, and I think I got this one for $0.25 somewhere at a resale shop. I just knew it was horror, an old 70s horror comic book. I really didn't know much about it at the time of getting it. I just really loved that artwork of the kids unearthing the buried old woman. Yeah, so that's DC Secrets of Sinister House. Thanks for joining me for my Saturday edition of Comic Book Flip Through. And like the video and subscribe to Asshat Podcast.